Welcome back, everybody, to the deep dive. Today, we're going on a bit of a detective mission.
A detective mission.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at how fashion and hairstyles contribute to an artist's image.
Ooh, fun. I love this stuff.
Yeah, and our case study is Gigi Yim. She's like the rising star of Cantopop.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got articles about Gigi's style, like her whole evolution. We've even got stuff on iconic images in general and some expert opinions to like round it all out.
It's wild how much a hairstyle can like totally change how we see someone, even a little change.
Right, it's like a secret code or something, and we're gonna, crack it.
I'm ready.
So Gigi's signature look.
Yeah, okay.
From the first time she was on Stars Academy, she's had this full fringe hairstyle.
Oh, yeah, the bangs, right?
Yeah, bangs covering the forehead. Yep.
Yeah.
It's almost as recognizable as her voice at this point.
Totally. And that consistency is so important, especially when you're first starting out.
Makes sense.
I mean, Cantopop, super competitive. Having a strong visual identity makes you stand out. Memorable.
So Gigi was creating a brand from the start.
Well, it's tough to say for sure. I wasn't in the strategy meetings.
Right, yeah.
But, whether it was on purpose or not,
Yeah.
the effect is the same. That full fringe with her voice, that youthful energy, it all created this persona.
What do you think? What kind of persona?
Kind of innocent, maybe even like a little shy.
Which makes the change even more dramatic, right?
Oh, yeah, big time.
She just all of a sudden revealed her forehead.
Like a total 180.
I know.
Fans are reading into it like crazy. A lot of people see it as her maturing. She's shedding that teen star image and she's like stepping into a more womanly, maybe even bolder persona.
So it's not just her growing up.
Well, sure, there's that.
Okay.
But it's more strategic than that. This isn't just makeup, It's a statement. Hairstyles can signal a lot of things. Artistic growth, new target audience. Sometimes it's even a way to break free from what people expect.
So Gigi's saying, hey, not that girl from Stars Academy anymore. My music is changing, and so am I.
Exactly. And by getting people talking, keeping her name out there, she stays relevant to her fans, but she could even be attracting new ones, right? People who connect with this new image. Super smart, whether she planned it all out or it was more like an instinct,
And it's not just the hair, is it? Her fashion choices have changed, too.
Absolutely. We've got these articles charting the whole journey. In the beginning, it was very casual, like girl next door vibes. But now, recently, much more mature, feminine styles. Fitted silhouettes, elegant fabrics, stuff that just projects a whole different kind of confidence.
It's like it's all coming together to tell a new story about who she is now.
Right. And that leads perfectly into the idea of iconic images and what makes them stick.
Right.
I've got this research here from the Iconic Images Photography Archive. It's amazing.
Okay, this is where things get really interesting. Like, what's the secret to a truly iconic image?
Well, it's more than just, like, looking good. It's got to capture something deeper, Tell a story. Evoke some kind of emotion that stays with you. It's about cultural impact. It's about, like, hitting a nerve, maybe challenging norms. Yeah, it's about making a connection on a deeper level.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
So how does that work for, someone like Gigi?
Well, think about some of the classics from the archive, like David Bowie. His poses were so striking, they totally challenged gender norms.
Right.
Or Brigitte Bardot, total effortless glamour that just defined a whole era. And, even that behind-the-scenes shot of Faye Dunaway after her Oscar win, you can see, like, exhaustion and exhilaration all in one.
Yeah, each one tells a story. It's like a whole emotion, a moment in time. Okay, so could Gigi's new look be like that? Could it become one of those iconic images?
Totally could. Iconic images often show transitions, turning points, And this new look, it's a definite departure for her. It's like this fresh, bolder side of her personality, a break from what everyone's used to. And that's super powerful when it comes to making a lasting impression.
Okay, but a great image doesn't guarantee success, does it? What else matters?
That's a great question, actually. Like, how important is styling to stardom in general? Is it all about the music? Or does image play a bigger role than we think?
Exactly. And how much control do artists even have over their image these days? Especially with social media, everyone's got an opinion.
It's a really interesting dynamic. Talent is key, obviously, but an artist's image, it's a powerful amplifier. It shapes how the public sees them, and it can totally change their career.
Okay, hold on. Are you saying the right look can actually make someone more talented? How does that even work?
Okay, imagine this. You've got this amazing song, it's buried on an album, but the cover art, blah, no one even notices it. But if that same song had, like, a really striking cover, bam, it grabs your attention, makes you curious.
Oh, I like that. So the image is like a magnet, drawing people in.
Exactly. It creates buzz, makes you want to know more. The world is flooded with content, you know? So a strong visual identity can help you stand out, especially in music, where everyone's fighting for attention.
And Gigi's new look. People are definitely noticing. All the articles, the social media buzz, everyone's talking about it.
Yeah. It sparked a conversation, kept her in the spotlight, shows how, like, a strategic style change can lead to way more visibility.
So it's not just about looking good. It's about creating an image that matches your goals as an artist, right?
Yeah.
And hopefully it connects with your audience too.
100%. It's a tough balance, though. Artists work with stylists, image consultants, all that. But at the end of the day, they have to feel good, feel authentic.
Yeah, if it feels fake, it'll backfire, right? It's like wearing clothes that don't fit. You just feel awkward.
Totally. People can tell when someone's not being genuine, and that can really hurt their credibility.
And their connection with fans.
Yeah. Which brings us back to control, especially with social media these days.
Yeah, good point. Social media has blurred the lines between public and private, hasn't it? It's like fans have so much access now, it's got to be tough for artists.
It's a double-edged sword, for sure. Artists can connect directly with fans, which is awesome, control the narrative a bit more, but it also means they're under constant scrutiny.
Every outfit is analyzed, every move is judged.
Exactly. So how do you experiment? How do you evolve your image when the whole world's watching?
It's going to be so hard.
It is. It's really easy to get stuck with that early image, you know? Even when it doesn't reflect who you are anymore. The key is being intentional about what you put out there.
Being aware of how you come across.
Exactly. Finding that balance between being true to yourself and knowing how others see you. It's tough.
It's like walking a tightrope.
Yeah.
This makes me think of, Bowie, Madonna. They were always reinventing themselves, but it always felt authentic somehow.
Totally. Bowie's transformations.
Huh.
Daring, deliberate, but they always felt genuine. Like, that was who he was at that moment. He wasn't afraid to experiment, and his fans loved him for it.
Yeah. There's a lesson there. Don't be afraid to evolve, to find new ways to express yourself visually.
Absolutely. But make sure it's coming from the right place. You got to be true to yourself where people will see right through it.
If you're confident and comfortable, it shows no matter what you're wearing.
Yeah, no matter what. And for Gigi, this transformation feels like a step in the right direction. It's bold, but it feels real, like it's reflecting her growth.
I agree. It'll be interesting to see how this impacts her career going forward. Could this become one of those iconic looks that defines her?
Time will tell. But she's making a statement and doing it her way. That's pretty inspiring, I think.
Absolutely. That's what makes this whole conversation so interesting. Yeah, it makes you think about all the artists who have, used fashion to make a statement. Like the leather jackets, all those rock and roll icons, and the glam rock stars with their crazy costumes.
Oh, yeah, it's a whole history. And we can't forget the androgynous looks. Like Prince, Annie Lennox. They used clothing to challenge all those gender norms, Fashion has always been about self-expression, especially in music.
Yeah, it's like clothing becomes a language. You're saying something about yourself without even, talking.
Exactly. And it's not even just the clothes themselves, right? It's the attitude, the confidence, the way they wear it. Think about Madonna. Provocative, always changing, but it was always powerful, unapologetically her. She used fashion to challenge everything. It became part of her, brand.
And the hairstyles. Can you imagine Elvis without the pompadour?
Yeah.
Or Bob Marley without his dreadlocks? They're as iconic as the music itself.
Totally agree. Hairstyles are full of symbolism, cultural identity, social movements, even just a desire to stand out. Which brings us back to Gigi. We talked about how this transformation shows her growth, how she's maturing as an artist. But what does it say about her as a person?
That's a good question. We know she started with this very, youthful, innocent image. The full fringe, the simple clothes. It was sweet, maybe even a bit shy.
Makes sense, right? She was only 16 when she won Stars Academy.
Yeah.
But now, approaching 20, there's a shift. Something more mature, more sophisticated. The new hairstyle, her forehead showing, the clothes are bolder. It shows confidence, a willingness to experiment.
Like she's shedding that old image and becoming a more self-assured version of herself.
Exactly. It's a powerful message to send to her fans. It's not just her music, it's her as a person. And she's not hiding it.
So what's next for Gigi? What can we expect from her going forward?
Ooh, so many possibilities. She's not afraid to take risks, to push the boundaries. I wouldn't be surprised to see her trying out different musical styles,
Yeah.
working with different artists. Just keep evolving her image in new and exciting ways.
It sounds like she's about to, like, totally break through. This new look could be the start of something really amazing.
I think so too. It's a turning point, and I can't wait to see what she does next.
Me neither. But we're out of time for today's deep dives into the world of Gigi Yim and the power of image.
Ah, it's been fun.
It really has. We talked about how fashion and hairstyles can make an artist iconic, how those visual transformations can show artistic growth and personal evolution, and how important it is to be authentic if you want to connect with your audience.
And maybe even more importantly, we saw how a simple change in appearance can get people talking and make us think about the images we see every day, what's behind them.
So true. So as you go about your day, keep an eye out for those iconic images, those visual statements that really grab you.
Yeah.
What are your favorite examples of artists who used fashion to reinvent themselves? What made them so memorable? Share your thoughts with us on social media using #TheDeepDive.
Up to.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep diving deep.